COVID-19 protocols handicapped local businesses, depriving consumers and depressing earnings. The pandemic also forced many St. Lucians on the breadline. Urgent intervention was needed to support vulnerable households and keep small businesses afloat. Honorable Pierre approved a debt forgiveness policy for NHC tenants occupying residential and commercial spaces in the CDC buildings. Approximately $4.2 million in outstanding rent was forgiven. Approximately $1 million was disbursed to local bar owners whose operations were affected due to COVID-19 protocols. Another $1.1 million was paid out to bus drivers who operated at reduced capacity during the pandemic months.
We have taken to cushion the impact of rising fuel and food prices affecting our people and to assist those venturing into the new business or expansion of their businesses. Subsidizing cooking gas. 2. Increasing personal tax allowance from $18,000 to $25,000. Anybody getting less than $2,083 will pay no tax. Cushioning consumers from the full impact of rising fuel prices. 4. Reducing personal income tax. 5. Prioritizing the payment of tax refunds to taxpayers. 6. Waiving interest and penalty charges on personal and company income tax. 7. Providing grants and soft loans funding for the youth economy. 8. Providing grants and soft loan funding for micro, soft, and medium-sized businesses. 9. Providing grants and soft loan funding for community-based tourism businesses. 10. Funding for creative industries, carnival, and Emancipation Day celebrations. 11. Waiver of import duty of $10,000 on vehicles for traveling officers in the public service. 12. Increasing the amount and range of support services for vulnerable groups and reinstating the distress fund. 13. Providing a $500 one-off payment for pensioners. 14. Increase salaries to public servants. 15. Subsidizing the price of rice and sugar to the consumers. Latest increases in the prices of these commodities, rice, flour, brown sugar, and white sugar, have kept these prices unchanged, and it has cost the government $9.8 million.
More parents needed help with back-to-school expenses. The Prime Minister allocated an additional $1.8 million for the Educational Assistance Program, which directly benefited more than 2,400 households. And with no access to institutional lending at the time, the Pierre administration was still able to pay CXC math and English fees and facilities fees for more than 25,000 secondary school students. The economic impact of the COVID-19 pandemic also plunged more families into poverty. In response, the Pierre administration has expanded the Public Assistance Program, providing support to an additional 1,000 families. Provisions have also been made for the island's sick and shut-in. Up to $7 million has been allocated to the home care program to ensure our most vulnerable population get the care they deserve. The COVID-19 pandemic financially destabilized low-income households and made it more difficult for breadwinners to maintain their domestic utility bills. Committed to poverty alleviation policies, Prime Minister Pierre has successfully leveraged the government's relationship with telecommunications provider and key corporate partner Flow to provide 5,000 vulnerable households with reliable and low-cost ICT services through its Home Communications Relief Bundle.
So this 5,000 households and this program this morning It's just part of the government's commitment to putting people first and the government's commitment to helping people of lesser means. The government is not made up of men and women who were in the higher income groups. And we thank the public of St. Lucia for the opportunity given to represent them. And our job and my commitment as Prime Minister is to improve the quality of life of the people of St. Lucia. And that gesture, with the support of Flo, who have been with us in St. Lucia for quite a while. Flo has come in different names. Cayman Wireless, what else? Cayman Wireless, Lime, and now it's Flo. But they have been consistent in the supply of service to St. Lucia, and I'm happy with what they are doing now. And again, on behalf of the government of St. Lucia, I want to thank them and say to the senior minister, he did tell me that he would have pushed a little bit, and he succeeded.